When you buy your first new construction home, it can be a lot to deal with. From finding the builder you like, to choosing your upgrades and attending the different walkthroughs, this is an experience that requires a ton of patience. Once you reach the end of the process, you can feel overwhelmed because you don't know what to look for during your final home walkthrough. In today's video, I will break down everything you need to know about a new construction final home walkthrough. At the end of this video, you'll be fully equipped on what to look for during this walkthrough so you know what to do when you get to this point. If you've already been through this process, I'd love to hear your insight and comments along the way. Now let's start this video off by talking about exactly what a final home walkthrough is. A final walkthrough is the last opportunity for home buyers to inspect the property before closing the deal and taking ownership of the home. Now, unlike the blue tape walkthrough, which is more detail focused on finding cosmetic and functional issues, the final walkthrough serves as a final checkpoint to confirm that all agreed upon repairs have been made and the property is in good condition. Now, there's going to be two main objectives when you complete a final walkthrough, and I want to discuss those right now. Now, it might seem silly, but first, you want to make sure that all the agreed upon repairs were actually made. If issues were previously identified during the blue tape walkthrough or through home inspections, the final walkthrough lets you, the buyer, confirm that the builder has actually held up their end of the bargain and completed the requested repairs. This step ensures that any promises or obligations outlined in the purchase agreement have actually been met. The final walkthrough allows the buyer to inspect the overall condition of the home, checking that it matches their expectations and is free of new damages or issues. For new construction homes, this means verifying that all the systems, appliances, and fixtures are operational. Now, the final walkthrough is not an inspection to find new issues, but is rather a last checkpoint to make sure that the property is in the state expected before closing. This helps ensure that there are no surprises once you, the buyer, take possession of the home. I now want to talk to you about some of the most crucial steps you need to take before closing on your new home. And since the final walkthrough is your final chance to make sure everything in your dream home is in tip-top shape, let's discuss 5 key areas you need to inspect so you can move in with confidence. Now, first on the list is going to be structural integrity. You should walk every room and check for cracks in the walls or ceilings, uneven flooring, or gaps around the trim and moldings. These things can indicate settling issues or incomplete work. Even though minor cosmetic imperfections are common, anything major should be flagged or repaired before you sign off on your new home. Now let's talk about plumbing. Make sure you test all the faucets and showers to make sure the water pressure is good and the hot water works. Don't forget to check under the sinks for leaks. You can always look for puddles or water stains as a sign something is wrong. Also flush all the toilets to ensure that they're functioning properly. A quick test now can make sure you save a major headache later. Now moving on to electrical systems. Bring a phone charger with you so that you can test all the outlets in the home to make sure that they are actually getting power all over the house. Flip on all the light switches, all the fixtures and appliances. You want to make sure that everything that is electrically powered in your home works. This is your chance to not only make sure that the power works in your home, but also that it's safe and you don't have any hazardous electrical problems that you're going to have to deal with once you move in taking possession of the home. Now, the HVAC system, this is going to be another big component that I want you to check for during your final walkthrough. You should be testing both the heating and air conditioning to make sure that the system works in all different modes. You can stand near the vents to ensure that air is properly flowing throughout the entire house. A comfortable temperature in Las Vegas can be maintained year-round with a fully functional HVAC. Last but not least, make sure you're checking all your windows as well as your doors. You should open and close each window to make sure that they properly close and are secured. You can check the windows and doors for gaps by running your hands along the edges, especially on the front and back door. Properly sealed windows and doors can help with energy efficiency as well as security, so don't skip this step. By carefully inspecting structural integrity, plumbing, electrical, HVAC, windows and doors, you'll set yourself up for a stress-free move-in experience. No one wants to move into a new home and have all of these different issues going on after you've already spent so much time, effort, and money getting into that new home. Whether you're new to my channel or you've been here for a while, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Chris Brown and I'm a real estate advisor with Simply Vegas. Here on my channel, I help you find your new home, whether you're a local or relocating from somewhere else. I would appreciate it if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and click the bell so you don't miss any of the good, the bad, the ugly about living in Las Vegas. If you happen to be watching on a TV, scan the QR code on the screen. If you would like to reach out to me directly, you can use my contact information linked in the description below. Now, there are going to be some common issues to watch for during your final walkthrough for your new construction home. So let's discuss 2 key areas that you should never overlook. First on the list is going to be uncompleted repairs. If you completed your home inspection or your blue tape walkthrough prior to your final, there's most likely a list of repairs that the builder or contractor has agreed to fix for you. During your final walkthrough, have a list of what you agreed on getting repaired so that you can confirm that everything has been completed during that final walkthrough. You want to check areas like wall for paint touch-ups, cabinets and drawers to ensure that they're properly aligned, plumbing for leaks if there were leaks found in the previous walkthrough. Now, if something isn't finished, don't hesitate to bring it up because it's much easier to get it resolved before closing than after you've already moved in. Next is another big one that you need to check for, and that's going to be the cleanliness for debris. You got to remember, you built this home from the ground up, so there can still be dirt and things that need to be cleaned prior to you moving in. Your home should be ready, which means that it should be clean from any construction debris. You want to walk through every room and check for dust or dirt from the construction team, trash left behind, materials left behind, or packaging that was left behind. You might even see tools or personal items that were left from some of the construction crew members. Taking the time to check these details helps ensure that your home is truly move-in ready and that you're ready to start creating memories in that new home. Now, what happens if the home is not in the expected condition that you wanted it to be in? Although this is not ideal, there are some options for you if this does happen. If you get to your final walkthrough and there are some items that still need to be addressed, you can choose not to sign off on the walkthrough until these things are completed, or you can sign off on the home with the intention of having the builder come back out and fix these repairs after you move into the home. Now, I know this isn't ideal, but sometimes this can be the best option for you if you're in a time crunch. Sometimes you don't have the time to wait for the builder to fix these major repairs because you got to get into that home as soon as possible. If you can, I actually highly recommend waiting for the builder to get everything fixed prior to you moving in. This allows you to know for sure that things are done to your expectation, how you want them before you take ownership of that new home. At this point in the video, I want to have a quick pop quiz, and the first person to answer correctly in the comments will get a shout out from me on the channel. At the final walkthrough, you aren't allowed to add any additional repairs or fixes before you close on your new home. True or false? Now let's talk about how you handle issues that you find at your final home walkthrough. Sometimes you make it to your final walkthrough day and things simply aren't right. This isn't something that I think you should worry too much about, but let's go into what to do from the documenting of the issues, negotiating solutions, and how to move forward toward a happy closing. First, let's talk about the things that you should do immediately. If you find a problem during a final walkthrough, you should document everything from taking thorough photos and videos and writing detailed notes about the issues that you see. Whether it's an unfinished repair, a malfunctioning appliance, or a cleanliness issue, having clear evidence will only help you communicate with the builder. Next, you want to notify your realtor, aka me, right away. I'm here to advocate for you and help you resolve these issues before you close on the home. Having quick and clear communication is key to keeping the process on schedule. Now, you might be asking the question, what happens if these problems can't be fixed immediately? This is where negotiating repairs or credits come into play. You and your realtor, aka me, can work with the builder to decide the best course of action to make things right. You might even be able to negotiate a better deal for the home, but the builder is going to try their absolute best to rectify the situation before agreeing to additional discounts to give you. A few common options a builder might give you are repair credits. Instead of fixing the issue right away, the builder may offer you some credits to cover the cost of repairs after you close on the home. The builder might even delay the closing. If the issue is so significant, like a major plumbing or electrical problem, you can request a delay in the closing process until the repairs are fully completed. I want you to remember, your realtor, aka me, is your advocate, so don't be afraid to use me to push for a fair solution for you to get into that new home. Now, once all the issues are addressed and agreements are in place, your walkthrough will be finalized. You'll typically sign a walkthrough form confirming that the home meets your expectations on outstanding issues that you and the builder have agreed upon. Now from here, the closing process moves forward and you are one step closer to getting your keys. You'll meet at the closing table to sign your final paperwork, transfer remaining funds, and officially become the new homeowner of your new construction home. Now, I mentioned to you earlier in this video, this can take a lot of patience when you go through a new construction process. But if you are able to handle the problems during the final walkthrough with confidence by documenting issues, negotiating solutions, and finalizing agreements, you'll set yourself up for a smooth closing and an exciting move-in day. For more videos about relocating to Las Vegas or Henderson, click on one of the other videos on the screen. I appreciate you all watching. I'll see you on the next one.